I think we really need to thank God for having made Gachagua as the deputy president, even for the short period that he was the deputy president. We need to thank God so much for that. And when I say that when we say that God works in mysterious ways, indeed God works in mysterious ways. You people, you don't understand the significance of Gachagua being the president for that 2 years, what has really exposed, and you don't know how that short period that he was the deputy president has really helped Kenyans. It has been an eye-opener that most of you people would not have seen if that guy wouldn't have been the deputy president. Gachagua has come to respond to William Ruto, and he has opened and he has said so many things as to why they parted ways. And he has given us more details into who the president is and how the president operates. But before I go into all these details, if you are new to this platform, kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do that, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed and for the return subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. As I was saying, that if there was ever a time to be happy that God works in mysterious ways, this is the time. The president concluded his tour of Mount Kenya, which we all know that tour was a total mess. That was a PR tour that apparently has turned out to be a disaster. There was some attacks on Gachagua, and Gachagua has come out to respond to some of the allegations that were thrown to him by the president and the president's supporters. That is now the people walking around with the president. And I want to say this categorically, that when I say that God works in mysterious ways, God works in mysterious ways. Because you remember very well that for the first time we are seeing a person who has been the deputy president coming out to tell us more details of how our president has been running the government. And some of the things that he have been doing. And he even came out to tell us when was like the thing that made them now part ways completely. After a lot of back and forth, that issue of Sudan is what now made their relationship to break completely, and it was never reversible. And this was a man who stood his ground, and he stood firm. And he has come out to tell us even how the president tried to reach out to him several times so that he can take the money and go home. And to prove that, for me, the reason why I'm saying that Gachagua is a truthful man, and Gachagua is a man who doesn't know how to twist words and everything. Gachagua has come out to say clearly how he was approached, how he was being convinced, how the president sent emissaries to him several times. But Gachagua stood his ground and said, wacha vile itakuwa ikue. They are talking of 10 billion, nini, the Nini was talking of 6 billion and everything, mwingine anasema 8 billion. Yeah? Gachagua himself say alikuwa anataka kupatia between 1.5 billion and 2 billion. So I just want you to watch these videos, and then I'll come back and then we'll talk about this man Gachagua and why he was very, very significant in that position. and why God, because for me I feel like it is God who placed him there for a reason. So I just want you to watch these videos and then I will come back with my analysis kama kawaida, si ndio? So do that, na kama kawaida I'll be back.
Even William Ruto, yes, where he sits, if he's honest to himself, he knows he was talking to his money. He was talking to his money, and a man can do what he wants with his money. He could have put the money in a big heap in State House and talk to it, or decide to take it to the people, give them, and put them together and talk to them. That's that we disagreed with William Ruto. And it's important because now that he spoke the other day trying to say that he disagreed with me because I wanted 10 billion, I think it's important now that I tell the people of Kenya. I had a serious disagreement with President William Ruto about Sudan. You know we have a problem in Sudan. There's a rebel movement called RSF. And the leader of that group is called Hemeti, has been the vice president of Sudan. So in 2023, William Ruto called me to his office and told me that diplomatically, a president can only invite a president to visit him, and he has a friend who is a vice president and he cannot invite him. So he wanted me to invite him on his behalf.
I recall you said this.
And he had a letter.
Yes.
I saw your friendship to bring gold from Sudan, clean it in Nairobi, take it to the Middle East, use the funds to buy arms to go and kill people in Sudan. I told him, Mr. President, I am a father. I am a Christian. Just the way we are killing our children here through abductions, I cannot be party to what is happening in the Sudan, and I cannot invite Hemet here because he's coming here to clean his gold here, sell it in the Middle East, buy arms, go and kill children. I said, I will not. He said, you must. You are my deputy. This guy is my friend. We are doing biashara. Do you know by him not coming here what I'm going to lose? I said, Mr. President, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to invite that man here. So you invite him yourself or do whatever you want. He said, wewe Rigathi umekuwa mjeuri. I am instructing you to sign a letter here to invite a vice president of a country. You say you cannot. I said, don't. This man has international sanctions against him. He told me, Taniona. I am tired of you. You are a very difficult character. You are the worst mistake I've made in my 35 years of politics. I regret having nominated you as my deputy. You are a very difficult character. I am president. I'm telling you to do, and you say you are blackmailing me that you are going to disown a letter. I refused. When it became clear to me, is when 101 officers from the administration police, on the authority of the president, were transferred to the National Intelligence Service and given very extensive training, is when we started getting people complaining that people are disappearing. And I went into it, and I started seeing signs that are not good signs. And I faced the president more than 3 times. And he feigned ignorance. But when I came to check, I found he knew what is going on. These abductions were being done by the National Intelligence Service. And I had a problem with them because I am a very straightforward man. And I spoke very strongly in the National Security Council.
So, as I said, that Gachagua was God sent. And God works in mysterious ways. Gachagua, in that interview, you can see how much he has come out to expose the president and to expose the kind of a person we are dealing with as a president. That Gachagua says that this is a man who is just after cutting deals. This is a man who wants to have things his way or no other way. This is a man who can do anything to make sure that amepata. And you know, he has said exactly that their relationship started being sour for a very long time, until that time when that Sudan deal, when Gachagua refused to sign those papers so that I don't know, that guy anaitwa whoever he was to come here in Kenya to meet the president. When Gachagua refused, you can see how the president came out to him and attacked him, and that was now how they started to structure his impeachment. And you can see the president told us that he's not the one who impeached Gachagua. It was the members of parliament, and that he tried to plead with the members of parliament more than twice not to impeach him, until they say that if they are not going to impeach Gachagua, then they are going to put his name on the list. Everyone knows that is a lie. Everyone knows that is a lie. And that's why I'm saying that the more our president speaks, the more people don't believe him. And the more Gachagua speaks, the more people believe him. Because no one will buy that. That is the reality. That even if you tell a mtu mwenye ni mdogo, someone who is 10 years, 15 years, that the impeachment of Gachagua was not initiated by the president. That one was an open, that one is an open lie that anyone will not believe. So, like, the Gachagua is so detailed, and that's why the reason why I'm saying that God works in mysterious ways, because it was only through, I think God placed Gachagua there for a purpose, so that Kenyans can really see into our president. Because this is a man that even the former CS, now the fired CS Justin Muturi, has said that our president is a person who has two personalities. The personality that anaonyesha the public, and the one that he exposes behind when the doors are closed. This is a man who, when he, like, the reason why he got into that office was not to benefit Kenyans in any way. And everything is now coming out to the public. And every time people are, the guy is speaking, people no longer trust him. Unajua, some people who still trust this, who still follow the president and who still support him and everything, they keep on telling us at they keep on saying Gachagua, oh, ukio kwa serikali nini na nini. I want to tell you one thing. When the crocodile, when someone ameingia, when someone ametoka kwa serikali where he used to serve, akikuja waambie that there is something wrong with our king, you need to believe him. Wewe mwenye uko nje unamdoubt kwa nini? When someone comes from the palace and tells you, someone who has lived and worked in the palace comes out and tell you that our president is not okay, who are you to doubt him? We need to start having people who think critically. Because this is how we Kenyans get ourselves into this mess. That we keep on electing people who openly we have seen that these people are not good. They are not good for leadership. But we keep on electing them. Why? Because we don't think critically. Because we instead of us thinking of how we are going to nini, like instead of looking at someone's character, we look at personal vengeance. Like right now, there are some section of Kenyans who are telling us, oh, Ruto, kumi bila break, oh, sijui we need to punish the people of Central. Punish. Okay, the people of Central made mistakes in 2022. We are all suffering for that mistake. We are all paying for that mistake. Again, you want to now punish the people so that you can continue suffering. Don't you think wewe mwenyewe uone akili yako vile ni ndogo? If that is the kind of reasoning you have, that you are willing to suffer again, to go through all the pain that we have gone through as a country for these 5 years that is almost coming to an end, that you want to subject Kenyans to another 5 years of the same, simply because you feel like you want to punish a community. And then you are someone who feels like you went to school, you are learned, ati unajita uko na akili. At a point has come that lazima tukae chini tujite kamukutano, and then we ask ourselves some very, very fundamental question as a person. Because I'm not just going to support something because Raila amesema. That one, I'll be very stupid to reason like that. The same way to other people. You can't just support something because our president amesema. We need to have a country of independent thinkers. So, me, I'm just happy with that interview that Gachagua has done to respond. You can see how he has tackled the president. He has tackled his tour of Mount Kenya, said how much that even the president knew very well that ni pesa yake alikuwa anaongelesha. Because people are mobilized. People are mobilized. This is a man who is very much conversant with the ground. This is a man who knows everything that is happening. And I think Gachagua is also being given intelligence by some quarters that I don't know where it's coming from. Because this is a man who has too much information. This is a man who knows too much information. Even the fact that he's out of the government, it's now almost 8 months, is out of the government. But this is a man who still has too much information. You can see how he's talking with a lot of confidence, with a lot of detailed information. So that tour of Mount Kenya, it was a disaster. That is the reality. And someone said, and I kept on insisting, that our president will not win any match of throwing words with Gachagua. Gachagua is someone who will drive you in the mud. And for the respect that that office of the president holds, our president needs to stop fighting Gachagua, because he's not going to win on that front. And you can see how even Gachagua has tackled that issue of Ruto saying that Gachagua alikuwa amemwitisha 10 billion. Gachagua says clearly that look at how he responded. He had to look down for him to respond, because he knows what he's saying is not right. And that is true. If you read body language of people, you can know when someone is lying. When someone is lying, they don't say it. They have to first like bite their tongue, look down, and then they like like there are some body language that people study. Even when you are caught and when you've been arrested and you are being investigated, umepelekwa kwa questioning. There's a way the investigators look at your body language, because your body language can sell you, can tell whether you did something or not, or whether there's an information you are hiding or not, or whether you are saying the truth or not. So the body language of the president in that interview spoke a lot of things. Gachagua has exposed even how the abduction thing was planned, how 100 police officers went for training, and after that the issue of abduction started, people started being abducted and everything. And those people were trained by the intelligence. So the government is crumbling, and that is the reality. And I think the situation why we got ourselves in, it is just the president's undoing. Ndio is the cause of all this, because he wouldn't have handled Gachagua's impeachment like that. Because it seems like now everything is like backfiring on him. Anyway guys, you watch that interview. Tell us what you think in the comment section. Tuambie what you think. For me, I will just say that Gachagua is God sent. As much as he has made mistakes, and he has admitted that he made mistakes, and at some level he also admitted that he was used badly, but the take home for me, that this is a man who God placed there strategically, so that we can learn, we can know the kind of a president we have, and in 2027 we can make the right decision. We as Kenyans can make the right decision. So guys, tell me what you think about Gachagua in the comment section. Tell me what you think about all that interview and what really happened, and what is your opinion of all this in the comment section. But above it all, make sure you remain respectful. Do not insult anyone, do not attack anyone, do not come out at anyone in a bad way. Even me here, I'm just sharing my opinion, and I'm just sharing what Gachagua was saying. So don't feel like insulting anybody on this platform. Just share your thoughts and we will appreciate. And if you want to support this platform, my number is always there. Kindly support this platform so that we can grow together, so that we can create a bigger space whereby we can be discussing politics and I can have guests around. So thank you, until next time, bye. The African Update.